Today we're going to be making gluten-free enchiladas, and this is a great way to use up the leftovers you've got in your fridge. We just finished our Canadian Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be working with a bunch of shredded turkey. I've got a turkey breast and a turkey thigh in here. It's about 1.5 pounds. And we're going to use this as the stuffing for our enchiladas. The enchilada sauce is going to be tomato-free, so we're going to make that from scratch as well. And we're going to use a combination of a gluten-free flour. Just about any gluten-free flour is going to work for this. We just need to thicken it. We've got some paprika, some chili powder, and then some garlic, onion, and a little bit of cumin as well. We're going to use a combination of vegetable oil and some bacon drippings that I've got left over, but any fat could be used. You could use coconut oil, you could use butter, you could use vegetable oil. If you don't have enough meat, or if you'd like to do something vegetarian, you can also use peppers, onions, carrots, and when I was growing up, my mom used to throw in broccoli to add some vegetables to our diet. And then we're going to be rolling these in some corn tortillas. I get these at a local manufacturer. To do a 9x13, we're probably going to need about 2 dozen. I've got 30 of them here, and I'm sure some of them are going to break. And then to top, we'll be using a combination of cheddar cheese and mozzarella that I had in the fridge, but you could use just about anything, whether it be a pepper jack or just cheddar. And we'll then bake these in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes. All right, so let's get started with the sauce. We're gonna get our oil into the pan and add our flour. And while that's going, we're also gonna warm up our shredded turkey and saute our onions and peppers. Okay, so once you've got your oil or fat in a hot pan, we're somewhere around medium heat, we're gonna add in our gluten-free flour, and we're gonna thicken this into a paste. And once it comes together, we're gonna add in our other dry spices. And in a skillet, I'm going to start sauteing our onions, and we'll add our peppers to this. And once these have turned translucent, we will add in our turkey and warm it up. All right, so to our oil and our flour, we're now going to add in our paprika, our chili powder, and I've got a combination of garlic, onion, and cumin in here. So we're going to incorporate this fully, and once the flour is cooked out and everything's incorporated, we're going to add in a total of 6 cups of liquid. You could use straight water, you can use chicken broth or turkey broth as well. Alright, so our flour, oil, and spice mixtures come together. So I'm now going to add in a total of 6 cups of cold liquid. And you're going to want to stir this to make sure it combines without lumps. And then once this is combined, our sauce will simmer for a few minutes and we'll be ready. Alright, so once our onions start to soften, I'm going to go ahead and add in my pepper. And once this is all softened together, we're going to add in our turkey and just warm it up so it's easier to work with and rolling. And over here I've got my sauce. It's all combined. It's just coming up to a simmer. We'll check for consistency and make sure it's thickened, and then also taste for salt. Okay, so my sauce has just come off a simmer, and you can see it's thickened nicely, and I've tasted it for salt. And our peppers and onions are now ready for us to add in the turkey. And we're just going to warm this through, and once it's warm, we'll add in a little bit of the sauce, and then we'll begin rolling. So our turkey's warmed through, and I'm just going to add about 1.5 cups of the liquid to it to help moisten it for our rolling of the enchiladas. So we'll put some of our enchilada sauce in the bottom of a 9x13 pan, and then build a bit of an assembly line here to dip our corn tortillas in some of the enchilada sauce, and then wrap them with our turkey and onion mixture. So you're going to roll your corn tortillas and then lay them seam side down in your pan. A little bit of cracking is okay. Alright, so we've got one layer done. I'm going to put on a little bit of cheese, and then we're going to do a second layer Okay, so we filled our 9x13 with the enchiladas, and I've collected the remaining sauce that I had from rolling them and that I had in the dish. So we're just going to top them with a little bit of the leftover sauce and our remaining cheese. And this will go into the oven now at 350 for about 45 minutes. And they've come out looking nice and toasty brown. So we're gonna wait for these to cool down and then we'll cut into them.